Hi and welcome back to Alistair Davies Golf. I'm here at the Forest of Arden where I'm based filming you a video on the takeaway. So again, I've been asked to do some more videos on takeaway from some of the comments, so thank you for those and please keep them coming. Also make sure if you enjoy the video, you please subscribe. I've got regular content coming every week on a variety of subjects. So today's video, the takeaway. What I want to talk about really is this trail wrist and trail arm. So what I tend to see with a lot of golfers in the backswing is when they make a swing, this arm doesn't fold correctly and this right wrist has too much angle in here. So it's what we call too much extension, and then the club tends to go behind this, and that tends to be the biggest kind of depth move we would see in the takeaway. If the arm functions a certain way or the wrist form a certain way, so therefore the club then has to continue its journey and struggles to get back to impact consistently. So I want to share with you a couple of feels, a couple of drills that can help produce a better wrist angle in the backswing. And essentially what I want to look at is this right wrist staying quite neutral. So address, the right wrist has a slight angle to it. So as we go back, I want to see this right wrist hardly move at all. But I do want to see the elbow fold. So the wrist hardly changes its shape. Here, the angle here is hardly moving at all. I don't mind a few degrees of change, but the elbow is actually doing a lot more of the work. And the couple of ways I want you to feel is if we take our address position here, and I put my palm straight down here, like in my shake hand position, and I swing back and I go to shake someone's hand here, you'll see here my wrist has hardly changed, but my elbow is folded. Now this club head is nicely outside my hands. Again, if I turn a bit more, that club is in line with my hands. So the idea is this kind of folding and shaking hand position is what I'd want to see for that takeaway. The second drill I want to see you do, get the feel, is you put the right hand in front of the left hand like this. And again, this gives you the nice feel of that right hand again staying neutral, the elbow folding. For me, in takeaway, the arm should slightly lead, the body should slightly follow. But this little folding drill, if you like, and wrist neutral drill helps get, again, this golf club in the right shape in takeaway. So we really want to feel like this club is working in a much straighter direction than perhaps you might feel currently. And again, remember, because we're stood aside the golf ball, even swinging in what we feel is an ultimately straight position, the golf club will have depth to it. It'll come inside. This is just because I'm stood aside the ball. I won't have to try and do that. The other thing we can do is, obviously, if we have an object or a target that's to the left. So I'm stood here and I look at this tree way left and I think I'm going to swing towards that tree. It's going to help me get that golf club picked more up. But essentially I want to feel this arm fold and the club be picked up more with my right wrist and more neutral. So the wrist stays neutral, the elbow folds, the club stays much more out in front of me. From there then I can turn, get the wrist into flexion at the top and get that golf club in a much better arc or plane, depending on what terminology you like. So the ideal world would be we'd feel it maybe a couple of times, rehearsals, then go to the golf ball, and then we're going to try and hit one, trying to feel do the same. So I am a huge fan of rehearsals. You'll also notice I've got a stick down here. Again, with a stick, we could also use it a very similar way. Put the stick down here and try and get the toe of the club to stay as close as it can to that stick for as long as it possibly can. The other option with a stick would be hold against the club. And what I want to see is it make contact with my belly and hips for as long as I possibly can. Obviously, if the club goes inside too early, it comes away from my belly. So it's kind of drag along my body, then it would point more towards my ball to target line. So we can use the stick for various ways, but we can also use the hand drills I've just shown you to give you the right feels. So I've given you there 3 or 4 different ways of checking and working on your takeaway. And the takeaway, as I said, normally is the first point of breakdown. If the posture and set were good, the takeaway then becomes the first point of breakdown. And what I mean by that is it's the first chink in the chain of events that cause undesirable impact conditions. So the more we can get things that link together and move in harmony, the more consistent you can become as a golfer. So Hope you've enjoyed this video on the takeaway, and please post or chat below. Tell me what videos you want to hear from me in the future, and I'll make sure I come back with videos that you really want to see and really enjoy. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I've got regular content coming every week, and if you have the notifications on, you'll get all the notifications and all the videos, all the updates, all for free. Also, please like the video. That really helps my channel grow, and it's great to see that you're enjoying the videos. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you again here soon.